Hello, today I want to introduce you to the British Pharmaceutical Pricing Index, the BPPI. Let's actually log in now and go into it. So the way you log in, if you have a subscription, is wavedata.co.uk, then click the login button. And that takes you to the page where you put your login details in. It may actually fill in the boxes for you, but if I click validate, little gold boxes appear on each of the login sections here. The BPPI is the third one down with up to 10 years of historical data. We do actually have data going right back to August 2000, but 10 years is a usually fairly convenient number of years to go back for most organizations. When the database opens, the website opens, you will see that by default it puts the months across the top. And the way that you use the website is you've got these four little boxes down here. What's in those boxes determines what's on the screen. So we've got month already by default set in columns area, and we could drag things into that or put other things in, and your selection list is here, so you can choose pretty much anything you want that's got a relationship with retail pricing. The filter area is used if, for example, you're just looking at dispensing doctors, or you're just looking at a particular molecule or something like that. So if you put something in there, that will actually filter the report and keep it tightly to the subject area you're interested in. Rows area is where you put things you want to actually display down the side of the report, and the values are the bulk of the report. So if we start this by putting a couple of products in, so I am going to choose by filtering on product name. We have two, we have short and long. This is the short one, so it's easy to remember and tends to tie in with other organizations. I'm going to look for exemestane, and I'm going to put in the 2530 when it appears. Here we go. So I'll click that, and I'll also have a look at the originator brand, Aromacin. So I will put that in as well. I'll also look for the 2530 for this as well. Here we go, 2530. So apply that. That then narrows our search down to just those two items. And what I'll do now is I'll put in the average price over the last 10 years. And then we can produce a graph by clicking on the Show Chart button at the bottom here. That will now allow me to scroll down and see the relationship between the generic price, the lower one, which is cyclical. It goes up every 3 or 4 years. So it's got peaks in 2014, at the end of 2014. It's got another one in the middle of 2017, and another peak was reached in 2020. The brand, curiously enough, actually decayed gradually after patent expiry as the parallel imports came in and started competing with the brand, and was initially completely independent of the generic price, but just in 2020 it starts to be, looks like it's shadowing it. So that presumably as commercial deals kick in and the brand is starting to compete against the generic price. Obviously, you've got a lot of other things you can ask for in the data. You could ask for maximum, minimum, record count, all sorts of funny things like that. I'll just put in PI UK so that we could actually get some detail here about the relationship between UK prices and generic prices. So exemestane UK is going to be the generic, PI is going to be a little bit of PI floats out, PE is parallel export, and that's when we pick up prices that are being offered to pharmacies for stock for export. So we've got a few export prices turning up there in 2011. PI prices for Aromacin are turning up there, and as we scroll through the years you can see a trend of data. So you've got lots of data here over the last 10 years. You also have the export functionality up here, so you can export to Excel, which is the normal favorite, but you've also got PDF and various other things there as well. You can also save definitions if you're going to run them repeatedly and open them up again when you need them using the icons at the top. That's probably enough for now to give you a good feel for how the BPPI works. It tends to be used by companies that are doing regular reports of this sort. Companies that want to do occasional reports like this generally ask for a bespoke report, and we are delighted, of course, to do those. If you wanted to subscribe to either one or commission a bespoke report, all you need to do is to get in touch with us through the wavedata.co.uk website on the contact page.